So this here is my winter adventure buggy. As you can see, there's not a lot of storage on this thing, and that is where this comes in. So as I was looking into options for storage for this, the manufacturer has a lot of different options, but all of the cases are small. They either have too small of an opening, or overall the case is just too small for the stuff that I like to do. So I needed to customize something so that I could have a case that fit my lifestyle and carried a lot of gear for a single day adventure. Often I'll just be going for a ride in the woods with my friends on some snowmobile trails, or we'll hit some backcountry, and I need to carry food with me and some cooking supplies so that we can have some food in the woods. Or when I'm ice fishing, I carry all of my electronics, my lunch, my rods, and everything that I need for a day on the ice fits in this case as well. So how I mounted this to my sled is I built an aluminum frame on the bottom and affixed it to the bottom of the case. So it's just one solid piece. And there's some really handy clips that you can actually buy from the manufacturer. It's just one little flip off and on, and I can take the case off of the sled and put it back on, and it's tightly secured with just the flick of a switch. So on the outside of the case, I installed some really heavy duty grabbers so that I can put a hatchet or an axe or a shovel on the side of it. And on the other side, I have a rod holder. So all of my fishing rods are there and ready to just grab every time I need to throw a new rod in the water. I also have some quick release rod holders and accessories that clip onto the outside as well. So these are grabbers that are meant for ATVs, and they have fixed very well to the top of this case. And my auger for ice fishing fits on here just perfectly. Strap it down. Often I don't even need to strap it down because it's just very secured. I can put a gun on here. Really anything that I need that's longer and needs to be hauled outside of the case can strap to this. And anything that's a little bit larger than the case and might be a little bit wide, extra rods, maybe another cooler, I've put these latches on top so I can just bungee that down. So on the inside of the case, the thing I love the most about this is just how gigantic it is. So if you're like me and you just did something out in the bush, or you're hanging out on the ice, you want to pack up quick. Often you're just moving around, you want to get to the next spot as fast as possible. So all of this excess space is just perfect because I don't need to think too hard about how I'm packing this. Everything goes in. I've got other bins, I've got hatchets, I've got mitts, and things sort of can just get yard sailed inside, and I don't have to think too hard about how I'm packing it because I have so much room. One of the beautiful things about these cases as well is you can order a lot of them with foam, and I have a foam layer in the bottom of this which keeps everything nice and steady and cushioned while I'm on the trail, which is just perfect. I know there's some security with that foam in the bottom. So finally, the lids on a lot of the NANUK cases have a lot of room on the inside. So they've gone and made a variety of different lid organizers. So I took a smaller lid organizer and installed it into this lid. I get to capitalize on all of that depth that you can see in this lid here. It's probably a few inches. And that space is now all storage for a bunch of excess gear. So I've got a pair of safety scissors here, paramedic scissors. I've got extra tackle. I've got pins and latches and all extra accessories that I need for trailering. And if anything were to go wrong with my sled or my case, it's all in here for security. Space is the key here. So if you need to customize a standard case from NANUK, you can get as creative as you want, and the security comes in the fact that they're made with extremely solid materials. It works well in 25 degrees above freezing and 25 degrees below freezing. It's just solid all around, and I absolutely love it. So something as simple as just installing a case on the back of your snowmobile can completely transform it, and that's exactly what it did for me. This went from a fun sled that works really good in deep snow to a machine that I can actually functionally take out on the ice, have everything that I need for a full day or multiple days on a snowmobile trip or an ice fishing day. And it's really transformed this machine from a toy into something that's an extremely usable tool for everything that I do outside.